Before I begin part 4 here, as per tradition, I have some stuff to add about the previous part. So just a quick option that you have here. I'm standing now at the tile that you go to bait the trolls in the fairy realm. So all the way down here, I say, oh, once you're at the tile before the crumbly bones, you can go back. But you can keep going forward just a few tiles and get Sparkle. Or Lament. She's called Lament now. She's gonna be called Sparkle when she becomes happy, or like I think that's already happened when you pick her up. In any case, she joins your party, and like if for whatever reason you feel like need her finish the game, I don't know, like maybe it helps you, I don't know. That's not that big of a time loss. And sometimes she heals you. She also has an attack, and she stays until, I think, until Farley joins back in the Palace of Shadows. So yeah, there's that. And I'm also going to mention an armor spell in the Feeding Grounds Part 2. So I'll see you guys there in a second. So I'm here in the Feeding Grounds Part 2. Like I said, I'm down here at the chest where we get the other half of the key that we forge. When we come here for the first time, that's the first place we go to. I say grab the first item, which is the half of the key, and leave. But if you grab the second item, you'll realize it's an armor spell. So if for whatever reason you want that, well, there it is. It's not too big a time loss. You're already here. So if you find that it helps you survive, like, I don't know. I'm just saying it just for the sake of completion. Welcome back to part 4 of the Stonekeep tutorial. I know I have very abrupt endings to the segments, but I apologize. But anyway, now that we're teleported out of the fairy realm, we got the orb from the troll. We're back in our little base here. The mana circle's behind us. So we're gonna go back to recharge. And not only that, but I'm gonna teleport again. So I basically just teleported forward 1 square. Might be wondering, well, why would you do that? Well, I'm just resetting my neutral teleport position to the square behind me, which is the mana circle. So next time I teleport from the circle, I'm gonna teleport on the mana circle. Sorry, it's kind of confusing to think about, but we'll be doing a whole bunch of teleporting here basically. So again, I'm just gonna show it again real quick. So you get the ore from the guy, teleport out, step back on the mana circle, teleport again, and then you can go. So now we have to free the dragon, which is Vermatrix Golden Hide. And that's why these levels are called the Feeding Grounds. It's because she's trapped in here, we have to free her. That's what the whole 2 halves of the key was about. So now that we've forged that key, we can free dragon. So first of all, go to this one. I'm headed to right here. And you use your key, keep it. I like to use the opportunity to get rid of the 4-leaf clover. Don't need it anymore. So real quick, we were here, we just went up sort of the way we came, but this time we went down here. Unlock the first lock. Now let's move towards the second lock. There's gonna be a troll shaman or a throg shaman blocking the way. I'm gonna make a save. So this troll shaman, you see how quick it disappeared here? That's pretty ideal. And then you get a text box after that, a few tiles after that. So you want to start shooting axes at him at a pretty sort of specific time. And if you do it right, he's gonna disappear like almost immediately like that. But it's not the most consistent thing ever. Sometimes it's just gonna block you and you're just gonna have to keep spamming axes for him to actually die. But of course, tutorial luck and it's like perfect every time. I wish I could have that happen in runs. Maybe because I saved it's easier, I don't know. But if he doesn't disappear instantly, just keep spamming axes. He's gonna die at some point. Okay, now we're at the second lock. We're gonna make a circle here. And use the key again. And now we're standing on the circle we just made, which means if I teleport, I'm gonna go back to my neutral position, which we just reset on top of the mana circle. So I end up directly on the mana circle, instant replenish. So that's good. And we're back in our little base here, but it's for the last time. Finally leaving. It's the head of the dragon. Skip all the text boxes. After a while, you're gonna have to use your key. And then you finally don't need this key anymore. Sometimes it takes a while for the cutscene to trigger here and you lose like a second for no reason. It's a little annoying. Get rid of the key now. So just to show, went up here, the first lock was here, went here, second lock was here, teleported back to the base. Now the face, the head of Vermatrix, just in front of the base door. And now we keep going. Now that she's moved on, the path is open. Just the dragon's treasure, all the gems and coins. So we don't need the first couple items, I think 3. Yeah, we don't need the first 3. Grab the 4th one, grab the 5th one, learn the 5th one, which is the shrink rune, and learn the 4th one, which is the rune of winds. Then immediately teleport out, which is gonna bring us to where we made our last circle, which was where the second lock was located. There's a circle that we made. And now we're basically done here. It's time to head towards the ice caverns. But on our way there, we'll meet a friend. Am I going the right way? I think I am. Eesh. I think I am. Yeah, there's Scuzz. Joins your party. We've been pretty lonely for a while. I mean, Farley Dumber left a while ago. So Scuzz joins here as we head on into the ice caverns. So before we start the ice caverns, it's good to mention that the blue orb we just got, Yogg-Sothoth orb from the troll, it's basically like a mana circle. It gives us all our mana back, or our staff charges, and just like the healing orb, it's only 2 per map. So we're gonna start to use this quite a bit here. And just a quick note with the staff, when you're using spell, don't mash, because sometimes I don't know, sometimes it registers as a spell, your mana gets drained and it just ruins the whole mana route. Just be careful with the staff, basically. So down to the ice caves. Text box from this guy, turn, and we put a circle down. And we're gonna take our new spell, which is the Rune of Winds. put it on our staff. That means that's the spell that's selected right now, because we just transcribed it. And now we go. Here is sort of a hellway. I guess there's a bunch of enemies here. It's not really a hellway, but sometimes you get frozen by these guys, and you can stay frozen for quite a bit, or maybe even die. I'm not sure if backwards movement is better or not for this section, to do whatever you want. You could do backwards here, I guess. I know I've done it. I just don't really know if it changes anything here, but keep progressing. It's kind of tricky here to navigate, because we're back to the sewer tiles yet again. We gotta go right here. So yeah, we came out, made a circle here, and kept going, kept going, kept going. This is the quote-unquote hellway with the frozen orbs. And then yeah, keep navigating here, 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 until we're at this wall, which is seemingly solid, but with the Rune of Winds, you can break it, and you don't really need to worry about the cave-in, because there's gonna be a cave-in, which is annoying, of course. You're gonna have to break it, which is slow, of course. But you have time to squeeze in before it falls, so use the Rune of Winds, and when you see it start crumbling, just press forward. Like that. But don't linger too much on the tile that it's falling on, because it can crush you and you will die. There's a skeleton. Bye, skeleton. We come here to get the snowball. Whatever it's called, I could just call it the snowball. So we broke the wall, just went here. This part's not too complicated. It's the first part that's complicated. And once we have the snowball, teleport back out. So we're back at the start of the level here. Drop a quick save. I like to do backwards movement here because I think you don't get blocked. Like, there's gonna be text boxes, skip the text boxes. I think if you do backwards like I just did, it's slightly faster. Let's try doing forward. Yeah, I got stuck on that guy. Okay, that was probably the first guy. It's very minor, but that's just what I do. So now he's opened the way for us. Because we have the snowball. And this is just a straight path here. Just go to the very end. There's no other option. And yet again, you break this with the Rune of Winds. And you can squeeze in again, but this one's a little more complicated because you have to turn out of the way, so you're gonna have to practice it to do it without like dying, or sometimes you get 1 second here. Sometimes you get rotated the other way for no reason. Anyway, you basically made it here to the Ice Queen. But before we tackle the Ice Queen, I just want to quickly mention that kind of went, I mean, it's not really a detour, but like we went pretty far to get that snowball, right? It is possible to skip that snowball, just come into the level, go directly into the Shargo village and where I am right now, and fight the Ice Queen. And you can kill her without the snowball. The fight is gonna take much longer and it's much riskier, but it saves a little bit of time. Like, the time it takes to get the snowball is greater than the time it takes to fight her without the snowball. It's just, you need a pretty good fight, and it's a very long and risky fight. But anyway, I would suggest getting the snowball. Before I get into the Ice Queen, I just want to point out also that the ultimate safe way to deal with her, because in the fight she can sort of, you're hoping for a quick kill against her, but she can slip away, and if she slips away you have to chase her down and you can lose a lot of time. So the ultimate safe way would be to keep going through the ice cave, and somewhere around this area there's a warding spell which allows you to put circles on the grounds that when enemies walk through them they get hurt. So like you could go all the way here, get the warding spell, and then come back here, sneak around, and sort of line up this path here, which with the wards. So if she slips away, she's gonna run into your wards and like hopefully die because of the wards. But it is quite the detour to do that, so it's up to you. So the Ice Queen, very notorious fight. Lost a lot of runs to the Ice Queen again. We have the snowball, which in theory should make her very easy, but sometimes she slips away, so that's a big problem. So first of all, we open the inventory because we need a snowball, but we take the time to get our mana back, and then we get the snowball. So save. So she's on the tile right in front of me, and as soon as I step on that, I'm gonna need to skip the text boxes, and then as soon as the fight begins, I want to throw the snowball at her, which weakens her a lot, and then I can start throwing axes at her until she's dead, and hopefully she gets in a stun lock and it's a quick fight. See, not too bad. Then she drops the Helion orb. Grab that. And you just progress to Gate of the Ancients, which is just basically down the hall. So that looks easy, but sometimes she's just gonna run away. Like you're not gonna kill her fast enough, or like she's not gonna get in a stun lock, she's gonna start running away. It's pretty bad, so you have to start chasing her around in her little realm, and it's a big time loss. So I like to sort of turn facing south here while I'm fighting her. That way if she starts running down south, I can just quickly sort of follow her while throwing axes. Sometimes it saved some runs for me doing that, but she could just very well run away to the right. So if you reposition facing towards the south during the fight and she decides to instead run to the right, well then you're in a pickle, because you can't chase her down, so it's maybe not even the best option. But most of the time she's okay, as we just saw. I get Helion's orb and leave into Gate of the Ancients. Gate of the Ancients is kind of a fun level. There's no enemies here. You're just basically gonna move around, grab stuff, and lay circles around. So I'm not gonna spend too much time explaining. Just kind of go in, immediately put a circle down at the first intersection, go to the left here. The button you have to press here. And there's a hole you have to fall down this way. I take it backwards. So you can just keep going forward here. You need to grab this blue statue and then you teleport back where you made the circle. This time we're going to the right instead of the left. Make a circle here. We use the blue statue, which is a key to open this door. Get rid of it, we don't need it anymore. Go here, and here, turn, wait until the fire is past you, and then resume. And then you can teleport out. After you get the red statue, which was in the fireplace. So yeah, you can sort of avoid that fire here by sidestepping. I guess I didn't mention yet, but in this game you're not actually in position in the center of your tile, but on the edge of the tile. So that's why sometimes you can outmaneuver things like there. When you're like this, you're on the back of the tile, so the flame just whizzes right past you. Kind of an interesting mechanic. And apparently they changed it in development. At first it was in the middle of the tile, but they switched to the side, and it just made it even worse to develop this game apparently. But anyway, let's keep going. What am I even talking about? Invisible wall here, on a circle here, step on it, and fall down this pit. Be careful, sometimes you're kind of low health here, so don't die falling a pit. So the map real quick, we came in, put a circle here, went here, pressed the button here, fell down the hole, went to get the blue thing, teleport back here, come up here, put a circle here, unlock the door, sidestep the fire, grab the red statue, teleport back here, walk up here, through the illusion wall, on the mana circle, and then down the pit. There's a potion here on the floor if you need it. Here it's pretty straightforward, just keep going right ahead. Into the ladder. Once you got the ladder, turn left. You want to put a circle down here and fall down this bit. Once you fall down this bit, immediately turn to the right. It's very easy to just go forward and get lost, but you gotta turn right immediately. Here we find Safrinni's orb, which is just chilling. So we need that because there's a pit right above our head. Safrinni's orb makes us float, so we use it. Float back up. Up here is where we need our red statue key. Can get rid of it immediately. Here's the gate. So this gate, sometimes you can make it on a fast cycle and that's nice. But sometimes if you're trying to get it at the last second, it will kill you. So sometimes it's a wise idea to just wait the full cycle and not try to gun it. Don't want to die, so let's get through, come here, and we need the key here in the back. Get this key and then teleport out right away. After you teleport, just step forward, there's gonna be another pit. I can't really show the map anymore because it gets so convoluted, but fell down this pit after the mana circle, then we went back up here, laid a circle here, went down this pit, found Safrinni's orb, went back up here, unlocked the door, through the gate, got the key, and then we teleport back here, and then gotta fall down this pit again, and I said be wary of your HP. But we have Safrinni's orb now, which allows us to float up into pits, but also if you fall down a pit, it's like you have float cast on yourself and you don't take fall damage anymore. So when I drop down, I don't lose any HP. So this is the final time we drop down a pit. This level, path here, super straightforward again. Just keep going forward until the very end, which seems like a dead end. But it's not, because there is a pit above you here. You can face towards the south, because that's the way you're going to out. Then there's gonna be cutscenes. Like, as you step on this plate here, Drake says something, but if you're quick, he's gonna say it on the tile after the plate. And then there's a bunch of text boxes after the plate because Cuz leaves your party. He's dead right now, but he served us. He didn't really do anything, but you know, it was a nice companion. Anyway, hold space here, skip everything. It kind of takes a while. Then you unlock this. Don't need the key. Perfect time to heal. And as I mentioned way earlier in this tutorial, once you're past the feeding, not the feeding grounds, but the Dwarf Fortress and the big Trog battle in Feeding Grounds 1, the healing route is way less tight and you can kind of just heal when you need it. Of course, it's still only 2 heals a map, but it's just kind of like at your own discretion after that point. That point being the big Trog battle where you reach Feeding Grounds 2. Anyway, there is a powerful staff back here. Hold route used to get it. There's also a mana circle. Yeah, this, I believe it's the strongest staff in the game. It has a lot of slots. Not that big of a detour to get it, but honestly, I don't feel like it's needed. Just proceed to the Palace of Shadows. Get a nice introduction of evil. If you're somehow out of mana at the end of Gate of the Ancients, you can also use your Sagoth orb or the blue orb to get your mana back, but ideally you'd have enough mana for what we're about to do here. So first intersection, go right. It's going to be a text box here, Drake. Actually, there's a bunch, so skip all those. Go to the end, but don't... I'll save here. Don't step on this tile, because if you do... Oh, it doesn't. There's a tile. Okay, this tile. If you go to this tile, it locks out behind you. And this is a huge level. We're basically skipping all of it here. So yeah, instead, lay a circle, and then you're gonna back out, go to the other side, because it's symmetrical. This map is completely symmetrical. Well, not completely, but mostly. So we get the Yin-Yang symbol here, and then teleport to the circle we just made. It sort of skips the wall closing in, because you have to go around. Just go right in, complete the Yin-Yang. Here you want to actually use your Sagoth orb, get your mana back. And we can go in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 6th tile here, you want to make a circle. Kulkum's gonna show up. It's gonna push you back. It's this one, the circle is a little... It doesn't save a lot of time. But basically, Kulkum's gonna push me back to the wall here. And I'm just teleport forward again. So it saves a little bit of time. Got a cutesy. So Kulkum's showing up. Skip his text boxes. As soon as you push, teleport. It probably only saves a few seconds, but you know, it looks cool. Anyway, once that's done, once you've teleported back, open your magic book. We're gonna use the shrink rune for once, which is on a different page. It's kind of annoying, but there it is. Put it here, replace the Rune of Winds with the Shrink Rune. Now we have Shrink Rune selected. Get the staff out and ready, because we're about to use it immediately. I'm gonna shrink Marif's orb here because it's too big. And when you grab it, there's text boxes as usual.